Hello everyone, welcome back to this episode of Judgment Day. This is the final episode. It is always unbelievably informative when we talk about the Indian cricket team, and a lot of people are looking forward to it. This is the last episode, and rightly so, we've reserved the best for the last. When I say reserve the best for the last, Robin once again joins me, and yet again, I don't know who this character is that is joining us. And ideally, this character alone is on a fancy dress competition here. For all those people who might have watched this movie, those who watched it in Hindi, it's called Aparachit. Those who watched it in Tamil, it's called Aniyan. He is donning that role of an Ambi. Welcome on the show, Ambi.
எனக்கு அம்பின்னு கூப்பிடுவா, ஆனால் எனக்கு ஒரு பேர் இருக்குது ராமானுஜம்னு. கோர்ட்டில் நான் வாதாடும் போது எனக்கு நிறைய ரூல்ஸு சொல்கிறதுனால ரூல்ஸு ராமானுஜம்னு சொல்லுவா. அதனால் எல்லாத்தையும் சேர்த்து ரூல்ஸு ராமானுஜம்னு சொன்னேன்னா அந்த ரூல்ஸை இங்கேயும் சொல்லிடுவேன். இந்தியா அப்படி ஆட போகிறதுன்னு.
Rules Ramanujam. He calls himself the Rules Ramanujam. Hey, we're going to dive into the first segment without further ado. But Robin, did you ever think you've been seeing this guy since 2008? Since 2008, he was the analyst of the Karnataka State Cricket Association, and this is year 2024. Did you ever imagine you'd be sitting alongside him with this sort of a fancy dress?
I knew he was capable of this to a certain extent, but in that I didn't expect actually. But well done, bro. Very.
He's been
very impressed.
In case you followed it, right, on all our channel shows, he's been doing this impersonation, and we promised him that one day we will get him on this get-up. So we fulfilled our promise. As usual, we'll dive into the first segment, Robin. We're going to be talking about the intent machines. India, we all know. Robin, firstly, I'd like to begin. Before we go to the intent machines, right? You've been a cricketer. You played for the country. You played for the IPL. In fact, the last year of your IPL, you were the champions of the IPL. You played in a team that went on to become the champions. Now you're on the other side, broadcasting, also playing other leagues. This whole narrative around India not being able to win an ICC title, how do you see it? From the outside and also having been on the inside, how do you see it?
I see it as us just not playing to our potential. I see it as us not realizing our potential as a unit. And I don't mean that as individuals, but I mean that as a unit. I think when the closest we came to was the ones that we just went by in India, that we lost to Australia in the final in Ahmedabad. That was the first time I think in a really long time I felt like, oh my God, this team's playing like a pack, and it felt so good, and you were rooting for the team, and you wanted everyone to do well, and you could see that everyone was happy for each other's successes, and that was visible from the outside. And I think irrespective of what happens, I think if that is the effort and that is the intention in which you go out and play cricket, I think the viewers, the supporters of the Indian team will always be proud of our team, and that will always bring the best out of the individual players and the unit as a whole. If you go back to, for example, the 83 World Cup win, the 2007 win, the 2011 win, I think the one thing that kind of stood out amongst those three squads is that everyone in each of those squads were really tightly knit to the intention behind it, and were really happy for each other's successes in that event. I remember in 2011, I was not on this side, but from the outside, you could feel, oh my God, everyone's playing for each other. They're playing with each other. They wanted each other to succeed. They just wanted to win every game. And every game, the intensity was brought and was placed on the field. You could feel it. It was very visceral. And the same I felt in 2007. Every game we went and played, it felt like I was playing not just for my country, I was playing for my teammate, I was playing for you, I was playing for you, I was playing for you, I was playing for you. And like, it didn't matter what the situation was, we're just going to find a way out of this. I remember we were 19-4 in the first game in 2007. And I was like, we'll find a way out. And we found a way out. Like, we needed 12, Pakistan needed 12 runs to win.
And we found a way.
And we found a way to tie the game and take it to a bowl out.
Same and imagine thing in the final. You doing the bowl out, practicing for the bowl out and winning us the game.
All of that, right? That is something that stood out. And I feel like if that is the effort, that is the endeavor, then irrespective of what the final end result is, I think as a nation, as a people, we'll be very proud of our side. I think oftentimes that has been a miss, and that is why even when we've gone to the back end of a tournament, it's felt like something's off. It's not felt like...
Is it the whole vibe around how people are viewing it from the outside. Is it fair to assume that the expectation around the Indian cricket team is so large now that sometimes we are not able to accept bad days on a knockout day? Because I was there inside the team 2023 World Cup. I've been in the 2011 one. We were really close in 2014 when we lost the final to Sri Lanka in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I felt the vibe was great all these times. In fact, this time in 2023, it felt great. The atmosphere was unbelievable. We turned up on that day and it just wasn't our day.
How would you compare that vibe, the great vibe, to the 2011 vibe?
See, I think the one thing that stood out in the 2011 World Cup, right, was the fact that it was a really, really superior team.
Correct.
In terms of experience, high quality people delivering under pressure. Look at it, yeah. Sachin Tendulkar had played 6 World Cups before he won one. And imagine him having gone to the previous World Cups and failed and succeeded on many occasions, and then bringing that experience to the fore in the 2011 World Cup to close it out. You know, it was a great send-off for the great man, you know.
Yeah.
Gautam Gambhir, you played with Gautam, you played at MS, you played with under both of their leaderships. They are the alpha guys in your team.
Correct.
Who want the challenge, and they were able to turn the pressure on. Many a times, I feel when people talk about MS Dhoni's captaincy, I always feel they don't talk enough about his ability to deal with pressure and his batsmanship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very little, they speak very little about it, just like how it is with Gautam Gambhir as well. So in my view, I've been on the inside and outside peripheral. Now I do this as well. Sometimes I think the expectation is so great, and also there is a little bit of that thing of saying, chalega yaar, ye log aise hi khelenge, but come the knockout days, they'll not go through. I just feel that is happening a lot more, and the communication is in your face because of social media.
Of course.
Just that thing with it. Okay, I genuinely again believe, like I always said, going into this World Cup, West Indies, the Caribbean, it should suit the Indian cricket team. All games are day games. You've got Jasprit Bumrah back and firing on all cylinders. We'll get there in the end game. But before that, Prasanna, your thoughts, early thoughts?
உங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்கும் நான் ஒன்று சொல்லிக்க விரும்புகிறேன். அதாவது 2013 நாம எதுவுமே ஜெயிக்கலன்னு இங்கிலீஷ்லயும் சொல்றேன் இருங்கோ. இதை சொல்லிட்டு 15 வேர்ல்டு கப்ல செமிஃபைனல் வந்து தோத்தோம், 19 வேர்ல்டு கப்ல செமிஃபைனல் வந்து தோத்தோம், 23ல பார்த்தேன்னா ஃபைனல் வந்து தோத்தோம், 2014 T20 வேர்ல்டு கப்ல ஃபைனல் வந்து தோத்தோம், 16 இது கடங்கார ரசல் வந்து வேகமாக இழுத்து அடிச்சு அது 2016 செமிஃபைனல்ஸில் தோத்தோம். 2021 T21 வேர்ல்ட் கப்பில் மட்டும்தான் முதல் ரவுண்டில் போனோம். அது வரைக்கும் நல்லா தான் பண்ணோம். ஸோ இஃப் யூ see that
I love the transition. I just love the way he transitioned.
2021 people have been telling that there is India haven't won an ICC trophy. Let me tell you only one thing, on a very honest thing. They've been playing good cricket. They've been getting closer and closer and closer, but unfortunately not closing the deal. Tell me how many of you thought that the way India played in 2023 World Cup, winning 10 games straight on a row, convincingly, except that one game against Australia and Chennai, will lose to Australia in the final in Ahmedabad? Not many.
I mean, to be fair with you, right, I was very proud of the effort we all put into the tournament. And
without a doubt.
Secondly, the other thing I felt was, it didn't look to me like Australia was going to be the team that we'll take on in the final at all. I mean, certain things are just, I just feel they're destined in some ways. Australia didn't look like a team that will qualify. Take for the fact Maxwell playing that unbelievable knock against Afghanistan on one leg, and them qualifying, and then the way they played again. You know, they could have lost against South Africa at Eden as well. So they didn't.
And also 2019. I'm not saying this, you know, in a biased manner or showing patriotism. Had India continued the chase on the same day, the story would have been different. Because in my experience, being a statsman, New Zealand were 35 to 40 runs short. Then the rain came. They started the game in the morning, a little bit of a moisture. When New Zealand only played few overs, then India came in. And New Zealand exploited the conditions. There's no excuse at all. Still, India should have chased it.
This is exactly what goes unsaid, right? Sometimes, what makes all these things possible? You're going to chase 230 or 240 odd. It rains over. You come and play the next day. You start off from wherever you left. The game's not restarted. And how do you count these things down to? It's quite hard.
I agree with you. I think it's actually quite hard on the players. It's quite hard on the support staff and just the team as a whole. Right, but you have to understand, we as a people, as a society, we're very emotional people. We're very result oriented. We're not process oriented. We have to, like, instill that and say, hey, forget about the result, just focus on the process. And we as athletes understand the importance of the process. I think it's very hard for people who are not athletes in a sense to understand the depth of what the process means. For a lot of people, I think the destination is the go is where joy lies. The true joy actually lies in the journey of the endeavor than the destination. And because even though we didn't win the World Cup, I can tell you after the whole tournament is over, what I felt as a lover and supporter of Indian cricket was a lot of pride in the whole team. Like, dude, what a freaking tournament! Just the effort, the dominance, to play 10 games in a row and just dominate the whole tournament, and to say that one day, I would actually call that the bad day, right? There are other tournaments, there are other World Cups that have happened where like, okay, it was just one bad day. But I thought in this tournament, for the first time in years, I felt like, okay, this was just that one day where just things didn't go our way.
Look at the number of times Travis had got beaten. Anyway, I think we can keep dwelling upon it. We'll dive right into the first segment, which is going to be our intent machines. Intent machines. There are quite a few intent machines. What an IPL Virat had. He must be booming with confidence. We've got Virat, we've got Rohit, we've got Jaiswal. Which way are we headed? I'll start with Robin.
Oh, I think we're headed Rohit and Virat.
Oh, you think Rohit and Virat? Okay.
Yeah, I think
you don't need a
Rohit.
left-hander up top.
No, I don't think we will need a left-hander on top. Simply because I feel like the one is the experience, the class, the quality, the ability, the potential of what these guys can do together when they come together and just play to their potential is tremendous. And the fact that we have enough depth in the batting lineup, right? I feel number 4 is too low for Sky. I think Sky should get as many balls as possible to play. So I think my top 3 would be Virat, Rohit and Sky.
You're not fussed about the left-handers?
No, not at all. Because I think as far as ability is concerned, I think they're some of the best in the world. Yeah, that cricket has seen in white ball cricket. So I would not worry too much about lefty, righty when you have players of this quality.
What about the bowling side of it?
For me, it would be Bumrah. Definitely, I would go Arshdeep. Bumrah, Arshdeep, and I'm quite confused actually if I'd go Siraj number 3. I would actually go Hardik and as 4th seamer I'd have Shivam Dube in, but 3rd seamer would be Hardik.
Okay.
That's how I would go, and I still feel like that's a solid one.
That's a lot of ammunition inside the power play.
Yeah, it's inside the power play and also gives you enough like proper 2 death bowling options. Because if you go Siraj, then you're for me somewhere I'm not fully confident of Siraj's death bowling option as a death bowling option just yet. With the new ball, I think he's
fabulous in the back half of the IPL, Robin. I thought he
came
up with a lot of options. What I saw of Siraj at the back half was
in the second half.
He was fiery, swinging the ball up. The pace was up.
No, up front he's
high bouncers.
Devastating. Up front he's devastating. I think he's really, really good at the new ball. In fact, I felt RCB misused him by not using him with the new ball and giving him the 3rd, 4th, 5th over. They should be handing him the first over saying, here, take it, get us a couple of wickets. Like what they do with Trent Bolt, just you hand him the ball and say, do your thing, because the ability to swing the ball away naturally and just land the ball in the seam, the ball coming back in or straightening, that I'm sure even he doesn't know how he does it. Like, and if he doesn't know, how will the batter know which one's going to come back in? Because there's no tell from here, because he's releasing an outswinger. Comes and then just straightens back in. That is unplayable, dude. And for any batter. So for me, with a new ball, he's super dangerous. I would say almost as dangerous as Bumi is. But at the depth, I would say he's not there yet. Like for me, I would say, and I could be wrong, but I feel like he's not there yet. I've seen him leak a lot of runs in the middle overs, in the death overs. He goes to that slower ball quite a bit, and it's very easy to pick it up quite early. So for me, I feel Arshdeep, for me, feels like a better option to me, especially the depth.
So how do you cover the power play with the bowlers? Like you've got Bumrah. Bumrah doesn't. You want to exhaust Bumrah?
No, I would use Bumrah, Hardik, and Arshdeep.
Okay.
Or
you use Hardik to open the bowling.
Yeah. Right. Because he's good again.
He swings the ball.
He swings the ball pretty well as well. So you want to utilize him, because if he is your 3rd fast bowler, then you utilize him and you don't use him in the death. You finish him in the first 6 to the 13th over, and then you're done with him, because you have
any power play spin.
If you need it, then there's Akshar Patel. If you need, because he's really good in the first six. Otherwise, I just keep it to the fast bowlers.
As the segments move on, we will get more clarity on
Correct.
that as we talk. Any chance of Kuldeep coming inside the power play, or you just reserve him for the
No, I would keep Kuldeep and I would keep Kuldeep outside the power play because I think he's a great middle over bowler.
just try and be that
Yeah.
exuberant self and toss
Just
the
let
ball.
him be him, because he as him and who he is today as an athlete, I've seen a phenomenal transformation into being a really aggressive like dynamo, and I want that side of him to thrive. The best place where he thrives is that just after 6 to the 14th over.
He can bowl a good death over as well. So
He can bowl a good
we'll
death
get there.
over,
We'll
yeah.
get there when the time
Yeah.
comes. P-Dog, your thoughts on the intent machines that India have got?
அவசரப்படாதீங்க, கொஞ்சம் டைம் கொடுங்க, படபடன்னு வருது. If you ask me, to be very honest with you, I'll tell you the playing 11 that became easy for me to go through all the three sections. My playing 11 will be Rohit, Jaiswal, Kohli, Sky, Pandya, Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep, Bumrah and Siraj. So what I will do is I will take the same route what Robin did. I want to strike up front. I want to bowl close to 3 overs of Siraj in power play, 2 overs of Bumrah in power play, and 1 over of Hardik Pandya. That is what I will do. And then I've got 3 options of spin. That's going to be the control left arm spin of Akshar Patel, Jadeja and Kuldeep. Then I'll try and make sure 2 overs of death overs from Bumrah, 1 over from Siraj, 1 over from Pandya, 1 over from either one of those spinners. So when you see the power play here, people have been rating off Rohit Sharma very badly because of his form of late in IPL. But let me tell you, when the T20 World Cup arrives, and one good thing is, I'm not talking about the associate nations, but it's obviously something when you're facing a USA attack, when you're facing an Ireland attack, it obviously gives you some confidence. You know that you can take some time. There's no need that you'll be thinking, oh, I need 190, 200 to defend. There's nothing that I'm talking bad against the associates, but you know, if we get closer to 170, definitely going to win, unless there was some miracles go. So Rohit can take his time there to get his form back. Jaiswal is definitely going to back one way around, and then you know that what kind of a talent he is. And Kohli is in a form of his life. People are still really struggling to see what kind of strategy to adapt to get him on. Either going to be the left arm spin early on, it's going to be spin early on, leg spin early on, or it's going to be a seamers early on. So if you see that, it's going to be a strong top 3 in my opinion. And then Jasprit Bumrah, I don't think I need to elaborate on what damage he can do with the new ball. The pitches which is going to be assisting the seamers. And then like Siraj, what he pointed out, he came back to what he is all about in the last few games of IPL, which would have given a hell lot of confidence for him. And then Pandya, as he said, he can bowl 140. Come on, throw the ball to him. So if Pandya can do that, I can sacrifice someone like Arshdeep Singh and get Akshar Patel in, who's going to bat, and he's going to bat at number 8. He's going to add some more depth in my batting. So if you see the rating, if you ask me what it is going to be in the power play, it's going to be a very high 19 out of 25. இது கரெக்டான நீங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒத்துண்டேல்னா உங்க மார்க்க சொல்லுங்க.
Robin, very high.
Very high. No, indeed.
He's not crossed very far. I mean, he's given it on par with England.
Yeah.
So I think there is straight away some expectation that he has, and obviously I think people who are watching are also going to have a lot of expectation. What's your rating on the power play?
I'd say 20.
And you're going for a 20.
22.
22 on par with England. You're not changing much.
No.
I just have one question amongst the both of you. You can maybe debate it. You had Virat and Rohit to open. You had Jaiswal and Rohit to open with Virat at 3. Why would you not have what he did, and why would you not have the other way around?
So I think I told you why, because for me, I want Sky to face.
So
like,
Sky at
have
3
the
was your...
opportunity. Yeah, I want Sky to be at number 3, and then perhaps even Sanju at 4, and then that allows you to use a Shivam Dubey as well, and then
I think we're going to see a very contrasting tempo manager section.
Correct.
So I'll ask you why it's Jaiswal and Rohit at the top.
I told you that the most challenging time to bat in West Indies is going to be the first 4 overs. Now I'm trying to open with 2 pillars of my batting, that's Rohit and Kohli. They get a gem of a ball. Forget about them playing short and getting out.
போனா எப்படி bro? T20 ஆட போறோம், போய் பாசிட்டிவ் ஆட்டம்.
இல்ல
டிஃபென்சிவ் மைண்ட் செட்ல போனா then
ஆல்ரெடி என்னோட பேர், நீங்க ரூல்ஸ்
இல்ல வேணா நம்ம ஒன்னு பண்ணலாம். அலிஸ்டர் குக்க கூட்டி வந்து நியூ பால் ஆட சொல்லிட்டு.
என்ன bro சொல்ற?
நான் அப்படிதான். See, if you see that, let me be very honest with you. That slow pitches, Will Sky coming to the picture like the way he does in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Mumbai? தெரியாது. Then punt. Is he the match winner in T20 cricket? Has he proved that in T20 cricket for India? ODIs, yes. Yes, yes.
That we will look at it in the next
That
section.
will-
which
That
the
is
tempo
the
management.
reason why I'm saying Virat has to bat number 3. I'm giving you the
Dilemma.
reasons to justify why I don't want to have Virat at the top of the order, and all of a sudden Virat gets out in the first over. See, no ifs and buts in cricket, but I know if there is a danger that is coming my way, I don't want to take the chance. I would rather have him at number 3.
But the danger, like you're saying, it's a risky game, but I'm not going to take risk. Yeah, that's எப்படி bro?
Yeah, actually, that's a very interesting point. We've constantly said, I mean, in many ways, right, Indian cricket is all about mitigating risks.
Correct.
We try and avoid it. But this format of the game is all about risk taking.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, you're never going to find England come out and say, okay, Joss Butler is not going to play very well against swing. He's got a matchup against Siraj. We'll bat him at number 4. They're never going to do that.
Yeah.
When we say
No, I'm not saying
You're
what you're
telling
saying
me
is wrong.
someone of the
I'm just-
caliber of Virat Kohli needs protection.
when I have a batting lineup,
And
where
especially
I
the
feel
way he's batting.
I'm ready to lose Virat Kohli. I still have the batting lineup which can bail me out. If the answer is yes,
It is
I
a
can
yes.
do that.
It is a yes.
Yeah.
And that is why we will end this segment and go to the tempo managers, which is where we will
இரு நீ
see. என்னோட rating சொல்லி ஆகணுமா? Okay.
சொல்லி
My
ஆகணும்.
rating is also high 25.
High 25.
No, to be fair, I'm giving a high rating of 22. I'd be very interested in seeing which approach they take. I think both these approaches are on the table. Yashasvi and Rohit, and Virat and Rohit. For some strange reason, I actually believe in the point that you're giving. Sky with lot of balls to face and coming inside the power play is an
Dangerous.
absolute boon for the team.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't then, right, like if you're playing Virat at 3, you can't say Sky, you walk in at number 3. That's also not possible. So managing this situation and managing this is going to be I'm not worried about, I would definitely send in Virat and say, okay, face it up. And if not him, who?
Yeah.
And that is the question I'll ask. And if not, look at the way Rohit has batted.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely selfless, gone in berserk. So if not these two, then who?
Who else? Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why we will go to the next round, which is the tempo managers. In tempo managers, India have been one of the T20 sides, especially with the batting, who have managed this tempo quite well. Okay, but here we've got some serious options on the table, especially with the bat. With the ball, I think the debate is settled. Whether you want to play that extra fast bowler or whether you want to play that 2 left-arm spinners or you want to play Yuzi and Kuldeep, that option is there. However, with the bat, there are quite a few options because I saw what you were saying. I just got a trailer of it in the previous segment and I saw what he was saying. So let me hear it from you first.
So for me, I'm also going by current form, right? Which is also why I want Virat to open and not Jaiswal at this point in time. I'm not saying for me, I'm not saying Jaiswal is a lesser player or anything of that sort, but I just feel like you have to consider everything because this is a World Cup. It's not this is where it's the pinnacle of T20 cricket. So you want your best to go there at this point in time. Whoever your best is at this point in time. Similarly, when I come down the order after number 3, after Sky, I look at a Sanju Samson. I look at a Shivam Dube.
So you're saying Sanju is your keeper?
Yeah.
Sanju is your keeper and bats at number 4.
Bats at number 4 because he's thrived there. You bring a Shivam at number 5, a Hardik at number 6, a Jaddu at number 7. That's a solid.
Got some left, right.
Solid, and you got left, right as well. Those change of angles with those windy conditions in the Caribbean will go a long way.
You need to be hitting into the wind at least from one side, right?
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So from that point of view, I think it makes perfect sense for me. And as this is what my middle overs will be taken care of by. These are the guys that, as far as batting is concerned, the middle overs be taken care of by. As far as bowling is concerned, be Kuldeep. It'll be Jadeja. It will be Hardik, 1 or 2 overs, and maybe an over of Bumrah or an over of Arshdeep for me.
So which tells me that you're not playing the 2 left-arm spinners.
I am playing 1 left-arm spinner.
1 left-arm spinner. So it's Hardik at 6, right?
Hardik at 6.
And Jaddu at 7. With Kuldeep, Bumrah, Siraj. No Siraj.
No
Arshdeep
Siraj.
and
1, 2, 3. There's Shivam Dube also, no?
no, you got Shivam Dube at 5.
Correct, 5.
You got Hardik at 6. Jadeja at 7.
7.
Kuldeep at 8. Bumrah at 10.
I also
Asleep at 11. So you've got one slot.
I still have, I can still use, so between Aksar and Yuzi, I still have an extra spin option as well.
Well, which side are you headed?
I'm quite,
That actually is very exciting, right?
Yeah.
You've got a slot. Imagine going into a World Cup with an Indian cricket team
Yeah.
in a T20 World Cup, and you still have one slot, and still you can get your 20 overs in, which is quite good, right?
Yeah,
and
which
that
is
sort of luxury
incredible.
with Hardik and Dubey. So
Yeah.
where would you head?
I think it depends on the opponent. I think if I'm playing say for example Pakistan, I would go a Yuzi way because I feel like Yuzi's skill is like to have that extra bowler. For me, I think with the batting that we have till number 7, I think to have that extra bowler is something that I would want. I'd always lean towards an extra bowler than an extra batter in a T20 game because I think you can't have enough bowlers. Like I said, I think batters win your matches, but bowlers win your tournaments. So for me, because of that thought process that I go by, I would have an extra bowler in my side, and I go with Yuzi.
You'll go with Yuzi there. Peter, your thoughts?
My
And I didn't ask for your rating. Tempo managers.
Oh, my rating just with this, I'd go like 23, 24, 23.
23. All right.
my playing 11 is slightly different from what Robin said. So
It did sound like that. Yes.
my number 4 is going to be Sky. Number 5 is going to be Pant. 6 is going to be Pandya. 7 is going to be Jadeja. 8 is going to be Akshat Patel. That is a strong middle order.
So you believe in batting down to 8?
Definitely yes, because the number 8 whom I have added is a good 4 overs stock for me. So that gives me an option as well. So when you see is there, Sky is someone, you just said that what a kind of a player is, and Pant has not really delivered in T20s, but he's back to form. He played well in IPL. You should carry that confidence there. And then Pandya can come back to form anytime. You know what he's capable of. Jadeja has been scoring runs like anything with a bat. So Akshat Patel is someone very
Aksar also found himself
underrated
really able.
batsman.
And he's been batting really well.
He's batting very well. So if you see that there, the batting is sorted out. Now I've got 3 spinners. My plan is to make sure I'm not going to expose any one of them in the power play. Try and get 3 out of
In the
7.
last episode against England, you said you will bowl straight 8 overs of spin. Now you're saying you will not expose anybody inside the power play.
I will not do
With
that.
3 spinners.
Because the reason is someone like Siraj, I need to make sure he gets the most out of the new ball. The
So
reason is
you'll bowl
very
3.
simple.
You'll bowl 3 of Siraj up front.
1 of Bumrah.
2 of Bumrah and 1 of Pandya. Then the spin choke comes. I'm going to bowl the left arm spinner at one end all the time and Kuldeep.
So what
all out.
happens now? I'm just throwing it open. This is going to happen, right? Like we spoke about the breeze. It is a strong breeze. In Antigua, if you look from the dressing room from right to left, it's a 25-kilometer breeze at least. On all of them through the daytime, it is pretty strong. Barbados is very similar from the left to right of the dressing room. You go to Guyana, actually I'm not very sure about Guyana. You go to Trinidad, again left to right, there's a huge breeze. Now you said you're going to play 2 left arm spinners and a left arm wristy, right? You get stuck with a left-hander. How do you go about business here? You get these are questions that people don't get. And sometimes when they I've been in the situation, I've been on the other side of the dressing room, and you do things with a proper reasoning, and when it doesn't go your way, people on the outside tend talking, hey, they should have done this. You're stuck with 2 left arm spinners. How do you deal with this? Left-handers are hitting with the wind.
That is where when I see Shivam Dube getting first ballers against a left arm spinner.
இல்ல
against
bro,
a leg
bowling
spinner.
பண்ணும்போது bro, batting பண்ணும்போது இல்லம்மா.
And you said 2 left arms, you said middle over.
கொஞ்சம் எங்களை பேச விடுங்க, நான் லா படிச்சிருக்கேன், டிஸ்டிங்ஷன்ல இது பண்ணியிருக்கேன், பேச விடுங்க.
பேசுங்கம்மா.
For me, that is one of the worst matchups. I am a man of numbers. That is what is destroying cricket. Left arm spinner,
No,
left
you're
arm
mistaken,
bowlers,
you're mistaken.
right arm batsman,
No, I am
off
not saying.
spinners.
I am not saying
No, no,
left-handers
no.
cannot bowl to
You
left-handers.
really think?
I am saying.
You really think Ashwin would
Of all
make
people
that
you're
argument?
thinking, I am saying. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about with the wind.
I don't care. I will.
No, this is
still.
very insensitive.
I don't. care. That's what I'm exactly.
So I don't
saying.
think you've understood what is being communicated.
I understood. I told you very honestly. I'm not going to take that fact.
So even with the wind blowing to the leg side of a left-hander,
I've got someone like Kuldeep who's going to take the ball away. It's a Chinaman. I've got only one left-arm spinner to bowl from the other end. I would manage where the wind is blowing. If anyone is saying the wind is going to blow on the either side, favoring the batsman.
no, that won't happen.
So I've got one guy, Kuldeep, is going to take the ball away from the left hander. It's a Chinaman. So the other guy, I want to make sure that's the intelligence that come into the picture. Okay, this is going to be the short boundary, or this is going to be where the wind is blowing. Get Kuldeep from that end. Try and get Akshat Patel from the other end, or Jadeja from the other end.
Fair enough.
So this is what my strength is all about when I see. I agree the throw things
points what you're making.
See, sometimes with the nature and the conditions,
I
it's very
agree,
hard to
but
fight.
how am I going to find a way in that? I would rather want to make sure, okay. And the second thing is, I'm going to see how many left-handers I've got in top order, because I told you my plan is going to be not to expose the spinners early on, unless otherwise there's going to be a genuine weakness of a particular player to left-arm spin. Genuine weakness.
So if you have to open an over of spin inside the power play, who would that be?
Definitely Akshar Patel. Definitely Akshar. There's no second. If I see that someone like Jason Rai is not a part of the World Cup, I'm telling you, he has got a genuine weakness against left arm spinner, particularly have the square leg in. He'll try and flat sweep and gets out LBW. Then Akshar Patel is going to be my first case option. So when you see here, I want to make sure, like Robin mentioned, Siraj, where is he best at bowling at power play? So Bumrah, when I want to take advantage of it, I'm going to get 2 overs out of him. Unless otherwise I see a genuine weakness, I'm not going to waste my spin resource. And the control what Akshar Patel and Ravindra Jadeja has got, they might not get you wickets, but are they going to give you 4 overs 23? What are the chances you would say? Yeah, they are capable of. Kuldeep, 4 overs 23? No. Can he pick wickets? Yes. That is going to be the deadly combination for you, where I want to kill the game by 15 overs by getting the opposition 5 down.
We've dwelled on the bowling. Before I take the ratings, you've given them a 23, right? In case I'm not wrong.
23.
What about the difference in batting? You went for Sanju and Dubey. He's gone for Rishabh, and obviously he's gone with Jaiswal
Yeah,
up top.
yes.
So I think the only thing is, does Dubey come in? Does Dubey make a case? Why not Sanju? Why Rishabh? All these questions are going to be.
Look, for me, if Sanju has to bat, he has to bat at number 3. In my opinion, he's too good a player where you don't see him coming anywhere less than that. I have got Sky at 4, I have got Kohli at 3 and Jaiswal opening. I don't see Sanju coming and fitting in at number 5. That is the only reason I don't have him in my team. And then I don't have a
The problem is
space.
he's put Sky at number 4.
Sky,
He's put Sky at number 4,
Yeah.
so he has to bat.
And
What
unfortunately,
do you think, Robin?
I can't get Dubey also in this.
For me, it doesn't feel right. Somewhere it doesn't sit right. For me, I feel like Virat has shown why he wants to open the batting, why he's so good at the top of the order. I don't think he needs protection.
That actually needs a big thing to address, right? You decide who's opening, then that's how the team fits in.
Yeah,
literally,
because he doesn't need anyone's protection. He's well equipped enough to protect himself and figure out solutions at the top of the order, irrespective of whether he gets a pitch or not. If he gets a pitch or not, so be it. Yeah, he gets out, he gets a pitch. It's a big deal. Let's say you move on. Then you have Sky come in and do the work. Then you have number 4 come in and do the work. 5 and 6 they'll do it. I feel the best chance we have at this point in time, given how everyone's batting, is I think Rohit and Virat. I think it just leaves everything more seamless down the order after that. You have Virat number 3. One is, I don't think he'll be happy with it. And you want your best players to be in the best mind space to be able to perform to the best of their ability and to give themselves the chance to perform to the best of their ability. And I think putting them in the right spaces, like we want Siraj to open the bowling, I think Virat also will thrive when he opens the batting. I think we should allow.
Fair point. Like
he
how
should
about
thrive. And
no, I mean we will.
No, Robin is right, but I want to ask you one question. If Rohit is definitely going to open, I don't think anyone will deny it.
no.
Now, when Virat is going to open, the selection of Yashasvi Jaiswal becomes a question mark. If this is the case, even whether Virat fails, even whether Rohit fails, you are not going to get even Jaiswal in the scheme of things. So it's a waste baggage of resource traveling if you feel it is going to be Rohit and Virat opening the batting, because you cannot fit.
But you have to carry a third opener, no?
Yeah, you need to keep your options open.
I'm asking you one question. Unless otherwise,
Like if there's an injury, there's something unforeseen, then you have to keep a third opener, yeah?
see, unless otherwise,
I feel I'm on Republic TV all of a sudden.
So-
Unfortunately, it's only a question of where the team fits. If you want Sky to walk in at 3, then this is a better combination.
Yeah.
If you want Sky to bat at 4, then you can always play.
You can always play Yashasvi at number 3 then.
Okay, it's debatable. I think this is going to keep going on until the
Correct.
cows come home. So I think we will more. I need to take your rating on the tempo managers.
very high 19 out of 25 again.
19 land navara mattaru.
Our matter.
You gave 23, right? And I am actually going for a 21 here out of 25. So,
But what would your 11 be? Middle order.
see, look, I think I echo the sentiments of both of you. I'd love that left-right combination. I somewhere feel like Virat's going to be really good at up top in those conditions, because you know what happens in West Indies. You need to see T20 cricket has gone so far that you can be skewed by what's happened in the IPL. But like you rightly mentioned, it's not going to be IPL. He also mentioned that in conditions like West Indies, you must be able to adapt. You must have that ability to say, I've been there, I've done it, I've seen this. And these are the answers. It's like going into a CBSE maths exam where you necessarily haven't seen the sums, but you know the formula, right?
Yeah.
So Virat knows what to expect there.
Yeah.
And Rohit knows what to expect there. And you think your best batters are going to come through in those conditions, and
Yeah.
they will be able to find answers even if the conditions are not in their favor.
Yeah.
Right? And that's one of the reasons I wouldn't really go beyond that. In fact, I will fix it there, and the rest follows. You know, and I'd love to have Sky at 3 with a lot of freedom. I don't want.
Correct.
I mean, these are things that I have.
You don't want Sky to be rushed. A player of Sky's caliber to be rushed in the
the more
because
so-
if he gets say only 8 hours to bat or 10 hours to bat, then he's like it's a little rushed. We can't maximize his potential.
See, again, these things, right? These things have to be, the left combination at the top is very tempting. I do not want to be the coach or the captain. The reason is, again, the breeze. It is a huge factor, Robin. Like, for example, you go two right-handers and one side, the breeze is blowing strong. You're taking leg side out of the game.
But
For the first 6 overs, you can't hit leg side, man.
correct. But the thing is, that is mitigated by the power play to a certain extent.
To a certain extent. But imagine one left-hand, right-hand combination walking to chase, and that immediately 3 overs are going put to bed. It's very tempting. These are decisions that need to be made having the conditions in mind, especially in West Indies. So, and that's why I'm saying it's at 22. It is very tempting. And again, with the same thing, Bumrah.
Interesting point, yeah.
I would have Bumrah, like as a captain or a viewer, right? I would always want to have Bumrah's overs.
Yeah.
These are like gold dust. I
Yeah.
would never try to exhaust it, and I know how Rohit works around Bumrah, so I have no doubt that he'll be holding on for the right times. If
Correct.
he feels up front, he will use him. Otherwise, I think he'll keep holding. That's his biggest success formula at Mumbai.
Yeah.
If we followed it. So okay, that brings us to the end of the tempo managers. It's time to move on to the end game where we talk about the power quotient. How much power does India really have down the order?
Well, how much do you want?
Depends. I mean, you played Dubey, he didn't.
I
You played Samson, he
Yeah.
played punt.
Yeah, because for me, I think Sanju, power. Dubey, power. Hardik, power. Jaddu, power.
Power.
Maybe just a little less, a touch lesser than.
Yeah, he hits a sixer just
Correct.
beyond the boundary. That's good enough.
Yeah, it's still a 6. But there's power, right? There's finishing ability as well.
So it's got power again.
Aksar's got power. So for me, as far as power is concerned, dude, we're covered. I don't think there's anything that's left to be covered. As far as bowling is concerned,
At the death.
at the depth, come on. We've got Bhumi. We've got.
You got Arshdeep in.
I got Arshdeep. So I got 2 solid death bowlers who will bowl my last 4 overs. But I also have a Yuzi there. I also have a Kuldeep who can bowl the 15th and 16th over. I have 2 solid high quality bowlers bowling 15, 16 and then
Followed by
17 and
Bumrah.
20. So for me, that's a 24.
High 24. When you say high, that's high. A high 19 is not high enough.
I'll go up there. So in my playing level, which is slightly different from what he said, again, punt.
Slightly Lama, fully
Very
different.
different. Very different.
So punt, again, it's got power. Hardik Pandya, again, it's got power. Jadeja, it's the same. Akshar Patel can really come there and make a big contribution. So I don't
I
have...
have only one question. Why not Dubey?
It's not about... See, Dubey means it's simple. Kohli has to open the batting and Jaiswal is going
Also,
to get
you
replacement.
want Kohli at 3, so there's no Dubey.
No, if Dubey has to come in, the only thing is Kohli opens, Sky bats number 3, and then Dubey comes at number 4. That's not a problem at all. It's either going to be Jaiswal or Dubey.
Okay.
Okay, it's based on where are you, whether they're going to use Kohli, thinking about what I'm saying, where no, I want to play him at number 3, or they're going to open, it's going to be very simple. Jaiswal out and Dubey in. So when you come to the death hitting, they've got enough resources there. In my team, because I've got Akshar Patel, I don't have Arshdeep, but still, you've got 2 overs of Bumrah. Definitely Siraj can give you 1. There is no second thoughts about that. When you go someone like Hardik Pandya, who's been doing the job with both bat and ball,
Hardik death liya.
you death in the sense you have to start it in the 15th over, 16th over.
Sorry, okay, let's just assume Bumrah bowls 18-20. 19 is Siraj.
Siraj.
17?
I have to get a spinner in, whoever it is.
Oh,
You have to
you
give
don't
that
understand.
trust on that. In that pitches, if you don't trust the spinner, Akshar can bowl, it's quite accurate. Jadeja can bowl, he can bowl Yorker straight on the feet. You can try. That's what exactly you got to do because you got Akshar at number 8. That's a cushion that you get.
No, on one side you say that you should give those slots to people who thrive in those slots, but then you know that Jadeja doesn't thrive in the death bowling slot. So why are you giving Jaddu a death bowling slot?
You can give Akshar one.
But Akshar also doesn't bowl well in the doesn't necessarily. It's
Kuldeep
not
does.
his. Kuldeep does.
Kuldeep does.
Kuldeep does.
See, finally, when you know that the quality of the bowlers, what is Akshar, what is Ravindra Jadeja, when there is a situation where you have to fill in 1 over, the experience what they've got, the class what they've got, I don't see it being a very difficult task. Someone, a wrist spinner trying to bowl the 17th over, I would rather try and give it to the finger spinner who's got more control. So I will start the 16th over with Hardik, 17th over with one of the spinner, 18 Bumrah, 19 Siraj, 20 Bumrah. This is not a bad bowling attack. If not, it's saying, wow, looks scary. Oh, you're definitely going to defend 40 in 5 overs? A question mark.
40 in 5 overs ruled out much.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Then it's going to be tough. But when you see you've got a sizable 55 to defend in 5 overs,
Sure.
you definitely. And now people are seeing a different Hardik Pandya. Unfortunately, this season for Mumbai, with both bat and ball, the questions are raised saying that Hardik in death, but I think he can bowl. Who bowled the last over against Bangladesh in Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru and got you the win? Which bowler bowled?
That is pre-surgery, pre-injury. That is it's a very different Hardik Pandya then to now.
That is what I'm saying. You're telling it's a very different Hardik Pandya, but it's Hardik Pandya.
So basically, what I'm gathering is he didn't back any of the other teams to do all these things. When he spoke about Australia, he was like,
Hazelwood,
there is a
not
problem
death
with
bowler,
death bowling. But here he's saying he can do it. So here he's choosing to back players.
Because
there he's choosing to.
He
என்னமோ பண்றான் bro.
he has done that. He has done that in Chinnaswamy Stadium when he didn't have any
fair enough. I'll give it
experience.
to you. We are
When
just having a banter.
When many people didn't knew who was Hardik Pandya. Now Hardik Pandya is someone where the vice captain of the Indian team has led India. The confidence will be high. The only problem is the form which is carrying from IPL to T20 World
But
Cup.
that we've nullified in the past, saying it's irrelevant.
So if you see that, I will also go in a very high 19 out of 25.
Yeah, over the 20.
So you know what he's doing? Options கொடுக்குறான் and he's judging his own options.
Exactly. He'll give options. So basically, what he's doing is he will say everything in jest. He will leave it out there. So something happens, he'll always go back. I said it that day itself.
Yeah, it was 19.
So
I told you. It
he's
wasn't
setting
23.
the precedent for everything.
Yeah.
ஒன்னே ஒன்று தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க, எல்லா மனுஷாளுக்கும் அப்ப என்னென்ன பேசுறோம்னு நினைக்கிறாளோ அதை நீங்க கட்டுப்படுத்த கூடாது. அது மனித உரிமை.
My rating with Bumrah back, the last T20 World Cup, Bumrah wasn't around. I think Bumrah is a massive factor. And the way I saw Siraj go about his business, and if Siraj is going to start or Ashdeep is going to start, I think there's a lot of options there. But purely on the basis of bowling, and I also feel Dubey will walk in. He should, he will, and he must. Dubey should come in, I'm very sorry, because of the kind of spin hitting prowess he's showing. Okay, and spin hitting is something that we've dearly missed in the middle. Imagine Surya Kumar Yadav and Shivam Dubey going bonkers.
Imagine
One is hitting with the wind on the leg side, the other one's again going to the other side and hitting with the wind on the leg side.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lethal combination. Again, we have to back these players once they're out there. I mean, it's quite silly if we keep going back and forth on it. My rating for them on the end game power report is a high 23. And I would have never said that, given that 23 any time in the past, but I am tempted to do that.
Yeah.
Right, we got done with the end game, high 19, high 24, high 23. We are really high and he's not. We are going to the next one, which is the holes. Where do the experts actually see the holes inside the Indian team? What do you think are the holes they must be wary of? And finally, a balance report that they have. Vidoc, I'll start with you. What are the holes, if there are any holes?
If you ask me, and only one thing, that batting in the death overs, little bit cause of concern.
Our high 19, ne?
Middle overs is okay. Death overs is a totally different dimension altogether. In death overs, you need to bat close to a strike rate of 200 to 220. Batting in the middle overs is a different thing. Batting in the death overs, you've got to be in the fifth gear all the time. And if you see the way Pant's game progresses, it's not most of the times you see you get the 240 strike rate in the last 9 or 10 balls, and similar has been the case with Pandya's batting as well. If you see that they look like he's going to hit a crisp cover drive, one pickup flick, they feel like, okay, he's getting on the groove, finally gets out of the 19th over, you see a strike rate of 126, not really progressing. And Jadeja is the only guy who's playing so well. Akshar Patel is someone, oh yes, he can really contribute and get you the 240 strike rate. I'm not sure. Again, I'm getting into a question where you need 61 of the last 5 overs with 5 down, can you really bail it out? That's going to be the competition what you're going to face when you particularly play in Super 8s or top teams. That's going to be a little bit cause of concern. And again, when it comes to same thing, the death bowling, when Bumrah, if you take Bumrah out of the equation, if you see that they're okay, Arshdeep Singh, I rate him. He's very good, I rate him. Siraj plays, they're going to go for 3 pace attack, or he's going to go with 3 spinners and one of the fast bowlers. Is the one more fast bowler, can he complement Jasprit Bumrah? Everyone knows the answer, not really, but can he make an impact? We are not sure about it. And 1 over we are thinking about getting from Pandya or the spinners. Will it be a decisive one for them to make an impact to a contribution? You don't know. So I honestly feel this is where the weak link is there for India from 16 to 20 in both the departments of batting and bowling.
Despite Bumrah being there for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've been honest here.
You agree,
Yeah,
Robs?
to the point of the fast bowler with like a bowler of say Bumrah's caliber in the death, I think that could be a miss for us in the sense that because it's a double-edged sword.
We are going down the wrong route, right?
Perhaps we are. I agree with you.
Bumrah is a poor yardstick to be measuring some of the others with.
I agree, but
Bumrah is it's an exception, right?
yeah. However, he is an exception to the rule. However, that's the standard he set. And it's like Virat, right? Sometimes it would say it's unfair to have such high standards of batting, but over a period of time, we've got Shubman Gill, we've got Yashasvi Jaiswal, we've got the youngsters who've come through the ranks and are standing out today, who are waiting in the wings, are guys of that caliber. Like, did we think that we'd find Sky the way we found Sky and like the way he's performed? No, it's been because the standard's been set, and now people are like, hey, if that's the standard, I want to supersede
Surpass
it.
that, yeah.
I want to surpass that. So it's a good standard to have. Yes, it may be unfair at the moment, but I think in the long run, it's a good yardstick to have. So from a holistic or from a broader perspective, it's a great place to be in. But just think about this tournament. If there's a gap, if there's a hole anywhere, then it could be that in the depth. For me,
With both the bat and ball?
no, with the ball. I think with the bat, I think we're fine.
think we are fine,
I think
yeah.
we're absolutely fine with the bat. Even if you have Akshar at number 8, that only reiterates and strengthens that low middle order even more. So I'm not concerned about the batting. The batting is sorted, yeah. Because if you have left, right coming down till number 8, we're good as gold as far as batting is concerned. But if it's bowling, then my concern is who bowls death with Bumrah. Because what teams will do is they will negotiate Bumrah away and try and make sure they rotate in the strike, get 6-7 runs in over there, and try and capitalize and put the other bowler under pressure.
We should, if we are defending, we should be putting scores where people want to take Bumrah on. I'm just giving that. And MS Dhoni always used to say one thing which I find there is more merit to it as time rolls on. He says if you can be 1 or 2% better than what you were in the previous game, that's all you need. Like let's say Bumrah is bowling the 80th and 20th. You say there is a hole. Mitchell Stark is probably the best death bowler in Australia. He actually has doubts on Hazelwood.
I think he's one of the best death
bowlers. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He just had. Likewise, it is with some of the other individuals in the Indian team. If they can just be better than what they were, like by 1 or 2 runs or 3 runs or 4 runs, which is quite doable. Is it doable? It's absolutely doable. They've got the skill. I think we should focus on that, and there is enough raw material in there, is my view.
Yeah.
And if I have to put you on the spot and ask for a rating on that, on the balance report, on how the balance of the team looks. I'll go there. Balance rating. Balance rating.
Balance rating, I would say 20.
20 is the balance rating, Robin. I'll come back to you. Now you can do whatever you want.
இது எப்படி சொல்லணும்னா ரெண்டையும் சேர்த்து பவர் பிளேயில் அடிப்போமே, மிடில் ஓவர்ஸில் வெளுப்போமே, டெத் ஓவர்ஸில் கிழிப்போமே, மேட்சும் தான் ஜெயிப்போமே. பேட்டிங்கில் ரோஹித் கோலி, போலிங்கில் பும்ரா குல்தீப், வெற்றிதான் இப்போ உறுதியே, இப்போ உறுதியே, இப்போ உறுதியே. சக்குதே ஓ சக்குதே இந்தியா, சக்குதே ஓ சக்குதே இந்தியா அப்படின்னு. இப்ப நீங்க என்ன கேட்டேன்?
என்னதான் சொல்ல வர?
ஆங்கர் பயமுறுத்துறியா? 13 வருஷமா கப்பு ஜெயிக்கலன்னு ஒவ்வொருத்தனும் சொல்லி காட்டுறீங்களா? இந்த வருஷம் நாங்க தாண்டா ஜெயிப்போம். ரேட்டிங்கா கேட்குறேன். 22க்கு 25. அங்க அடிபட்டு கடந்தானே 13 வருஷமா அவன் அன்பி இப்ப எங்கிட்ட வாங்கடா நான் அண்ணியன்.
யார் யா நீ?
Yaar yani.
After all that, my rating on the balance report, I think India is probably the most balanced side in the last 4 or 5 World Cups that we've taken a squad to. I think we would agree that on the panel. So my rating on the balance would be, there's options. You can play anybody in there. So I'd probably give them a 22 on 25. It is a pretty high score, I know, but I think that is the most balanced side we can put on a park, especially if Dubey is going to be a part of it. Right, that brings us to an end to this. We'll have to look at the overall score. So I think P-Dog has slightly deviated from what he's done all along. He gave a 22 on the balance, 79 on the overall score. Robin is 89, and I've given an 88. So is that an agreeable one? So you see, where do you see India ending up?
Yeah, perfect. They're definitely going to get into semi-finals. The amount of ratings I've given. So to conclude it, my 4 semi-finals is going to be India, Australia, England, and West Indies.
Robs?
India, Australia, England, and Pakistan.
India, Australia, England, and Pakistan. So the like the groups have assimilated, right? India, Australia, Pakistan, and England is what you've given. So India is going to probably take on England if they finish up top, or Pakistan in your view, or they will be taking on England or West Indies. So if we have to encounter England, West Indies, or Pakistan, which will be that fancy team in your book?
You were asking against England versus West Indies.
England, West Indies, and Pakistan. Who would you face if you were India?
I would rather face Pakistan.
I faced the best in the world.
The semi-final.
In the semi-finals, the best in the world.
You want to face the better team in the semi-final?
Yeah, the better team in the semi-final, because you beat them and go in, and that confidence that you like. I can tell you from
Is this coming from the 2007 World Cup?
yeah, right. Because when we beat Australia and went there and we were playing Pakistan, yes, it was the final and all of that, but the confidence of beating a world-class team like Australia in the semi-finals and getting to the finals, the oomph that gives you that gives you in your step, and just the energy it gives you. Is incredible, yeah, and I think any player playing a World Cup final should go into, and I would desire them to go into a final with that kind of skip in their step.
All right, so that brings us to an end to this season of Judgment Day. We've done all the previews, and this easily has been one of the most informative and fun shoots that I have been involved in because of the fancy dress and what Robin has brought to the table. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you so much, P-Dog. And a sincere appeal, as always, as I do with the fans. Rally around with the team. The team is a good team. We are a great side. But as always, sport has an element of doubt and an element of luck. Our backing can change it for our team. I'm very positive about India's campaign to this T20 World Cup. I'm sure you all will back them too.